Hi, this is Brian Van from sportbiketrackgear.com. We're going to talk today a little bit about frame sliders. That's something that I think just about every one of us puts on our motorcycle. There's a lot of different stuff out on the market to buy. We've got a couple of brands here that are favorites. They're actually just about the only two brands that we sell. Today we're going to talk about the Woodcraft brand. It's the most affordable of the two. In my hand here I've got one of the packages for a set that fits an '08 Yamaha R6. I want to show you how this kit comes. This is the slider puck from Woodcraft. First thing you're going to notice is the end of it is completely solid, okay? And the edges are rounded. If you look at the inside of it, it's hollowed out just a bit, and then here is an attachment hole right here. Let me just pull out one of the bases that bolts to the frame of the bike, and I'll be able to show you in a little more detail the whole concept behind the Woodcraft frame slider. Here is one of the bases, and here is the mounting bolt for the slider puck. The mounting base is machined out of a piece of billet aluminum. And then we've got ourselves good quality hex bolt here. Obviously this just bolts to the frame of the motorcycle. Typically you're going to be removing one of the engine bolts and replacing it with this whole assembly. Now, on this particular bike, what happens is we're going to slide the puck over the base, line up the hole, put the attachment bolt through, and then go ahead and use an Allen key and tighten that up. And that's going to face downward. The concept here is that if you have a fall and it wears this portion of the frame slider, it does not distort the hole at all because it is fastened from the bottom. We've seen with these pucks, this is through personal experience and some experience from our customers, you can typically get multiple crashes out of these with fantastic results, and I really can't remember the last time I actually saw one of the bases damaged. One of the concepts here with the Woodcraft slider, and Eric, if you just want to pan down a little bit, we've got another bike here. This is an '06 R6 where these are already installed. This belongs to one of our employees, Ryan. You can see here on the R6, he had to modify the fairing just a little bit. Not a big deal, it still looks good, but notice how far this frame slider puck sticks out. It's, at the end of the day, it's not very far at all. You'll see a lot of the other models that are open on the end, they'll stick out about a full inch further. The idea here is to reduce the amount of leverage. Okay, say the bike falls over, it's sliding, and you have a longer frame slider, and it catches on an imperfection, a curb, on the grass, transitioning from the asphalt to the grass. The longer the frame slider, the more powerful the mechanical advantage. You can actually end up damaging the frame of the motorcycle. Okay, by taking this edge and rounding it off too, it also increases the likelihood that as it goes over an imperfection, it'll just slide right over it. It'll transition smoothly. The concept is to keep the motorcycle on its side and sliding. The longer the frame slider and the more square the edge, the better possibility that it'll catch on something, bend, and or grab the motorcycle and kind of send it flipping. The flipping is what does the damage. The sliding, as most of us unfortunately have already discovered, really doesn't do too much damage as long as the bike stays on its side. Now with the Woodcraft frame slider kit, one thing you'll notice that they don't really have any that are available, that are the no-cut kits. The no-cut kits incorporate a lot of different bracketry, and it's shown to not hold up very well in the event of an accident. They're typically too long, the brackets aren't strong enough, it just doesn't protect the motorcycle properly. So from Woodcraft's perspective, they only want to manufacture frame sliders that bolt right through the frame into the engine at a very secure location. Very secure, very strong. Give you a brief history of the Woodcraft company here. The gentleman who owns it, Eric Wood, is an AMA racer himself. He's been racing a long time, fast guy, very successful. He's been in the industry for a long time. When he comes out with a new product, he does most of the R&D on his own stuff and on fellow racers' bikes. And what they'll do is they'll actually, during the R&D process, sooner or later somebody's going to fall down. And this frame slider design continued to evolve until we ended up where we're at right now. One that doesn't protrude out very far, has a very solid mounting base, is solid here on the end, and the edges are rounded. The feedback we've gotten from this, both personally and from our customers, has been nothing short of fantastic. We feel for the average price of these is about $69.95. This is one of the absolute best frame sliders on the market. We recommend these highly here at sportbiketrackgear.com.